Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to the new video. I'm the Casual Racing Gamer. Today I am going back to try my T150, my Thrustmaster budget T150 that I have used for years of sim racing. And then about 3-4 months ago, I switched to the Thrustmaster T-GT II. And I'm just kind of curious, I never went back to this yet, so I'm not really sure. But, did my racecraft improved because I got a better wheel, better force feedback, smoother rotation of the wheel? So did that actually help me improve? So I want to try my T150 and see how much of a bigger difference it is. I went from one to the other, but I never went back to the T150 to try it. This T150 is definitely the bottom line budget wheel that has force feedback that you can get away with coming into sim racing. So I want to kind of just run some laps on the track and see if I notice how big of a difference it actually is now going back to it. I've been using the T-GT II. I've been really happy. Obviously, I've been improving over time, but is it really because I got a better wheel, or is it just because my racecraft was improving just from more knowledge of how to race better? And the one thing with the T-GT II that is a downer for me, but not really a downer because it doesn't really affect the racing, is it kind of has the fan is loud and I'm okay with that, but it kind of also has like this whining noise that it developed, and I'm not quite sure why. And now obviously it hasn't affected the wheel at all, but you can actually hear that sound. I'm racing with headphones in and stuff like that, so it's not a big deal, but it's definitely pretty loud if you take your headphones out and very noticeable. So I'm kind of curious if you guys have a T-GT II, if your fan actually has that same whining noise that might have developed over time, because I do not remember it being there from initial start. I know the fan was always loud, but I don't remember having that actual sound. So I'm just going to run a couple laps. I just want to get a feel for, what's the T150 actually like coming from a much higher force feedback wheel. Even though it's belt driven, the T-GT II, it still has like a 6.5 Newton meter. They say somewhere between 6 and 6.5, as opposed to the T150s, maybe like a 2.5. So big difference. So let's see how I can actually drive a track using this wheel. So the first thing I noticed as soon as I put this wheel on, the buttons on the T150 is set up just like a PlayStation and everything. And I'm so used to now that I'm using my open wheel on the T-GT II. All the buttons are like in all different places, and I'm totally lost on the T150, even though it actually matches a PlayStation controller. So all the buttons are really kind of weird. But let's run a couple laps here and let's see what this actually feels like. So what's the force feedback going to be like? And my initial opinion of what it's going to feel like. Wow. There. Okay. So I am running it on, I put it on I did put it on, wow. Okay. Well, I put it on, I'm on a torque of a 10. I'm going to try to lower it a little bit more. I just wanted to try it on the highest torque. And the difference right now, so on a 10, I know I do get that shake when you're driving straight. You will get that shake because of the because of it being a gear driven wheel. But right now, if the amount of force feedback on my turns that I'm getting, if I set it my T-GT II, it probably feels like my T-GT II set to a 1. On all these turns, there's really like no, there's like no force. Like there's minor force, but it's kind of like it almost would feel like if I turned my force feedback off on my T-GT II. Like, this is insane. I wasn't expecting such a huge difference like this, but holy cow. Like there's no force there. So I'm gonna try lowering the feedback and see if maybe it's a clipping thing. But so here's the biggest thing. So I'm gonna Let me first figure out the button to actually how I even get to that. Okay, there we go. So let's change. See, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons here. Let's change the. I want to make sure I'm not getting clipping when I'm actually just. I can't figure out the buttons. That's amazing. I'm so used to my open wheel settings. Okay, controller. So let's leave this sensitivity on 10, but let's move this back to like a. Let's move it to like a 6 and just see if I get more feedback on the turns, and then I'm gonna tell you exactly why. You know, I never noticed one thing that's so huge of a difference that makes a better wheel actually help you drive, and I'm gonna actually, let me just do one more. I can't figure out the buttons. This is crazy. Let me just do one more lap here. All right, let's see what it feels like at a 6. All right, so that definitely did not add. That definitely didn't add more feedback. All I'm kind of losing. All I'm kind of losing there is probably a little shake on the straights. That's not as strong. Wow. What a difference. Wow. It's crazy. I was not expecting such a big difference. And there's one thing that makes all the difference in the world. Let me just finish this lap, and I'm gonna tell you what the biggest difference is. And it's not just about the actual feedback that I'm running off the track here. I can't. All right. So the feedback is the difference in feedback is insane. Actually, on the turn, I almost feel like I said, the T-GT II is like set to a 1. Like there's almost no feedback when turning that wheel, which is kind of crazy. Obviously, before I tried a better quality wheel, I thought the feedback was good, but huge difference. And the biggest thing right now, why I think a better wheel will help you out is, and this is something I noticed immediately when I went to my other wheel, that I thought maybe something was like wrong, but it wasn't wrong. It was because this wheel does not give it to you. You can't feel when you lose grip of your tires. And, people would always say you need to feel your tires in your wheel. And I know before I switched to a better wheel, I was like, how do you feel that in your wheel playing a video game? The T-GT II, and I'm sure all your better wheels and your gear and your direct drive wheels, when you lose grip on your tires, you can totally feel that in your wheel. You totally feel yourself losing grip, and when you gain grip, it's totally felt in the wheel 100%. With the T150, I don't feel any of that. Like, you can't feel the difference between grip on your you having grip on your tires and losing grip, because the feedback just isn't strong enough to differentiate the two. It almost feels like on all my turns I had no grip actually, but I obviously had grip, but because the feedback is just so minimal, you don't feel yourself losing grip. So I never knew when I actually had good grip or I had no grip. That was possibly the biggest thing right here for me, not knowing that. So can a better wheel actually make you drive better? Just for that one thing alone, I 100% think yes, it will definitely help you improve driving if you're thinking of upgrading your wheel. And I'm thinking if you guys have like a G29, like the most popular Logitech wheel, it's going to be the same thing. You're not getting that high force feedback, and you probably don't feel it as well when you're losing grip or have grip on your tires like you would with a better quality, higher Newton meter wheel with more feedback. So that was probably the biggest difference. I was not expecting such a huge difference when I went back to this, but like after using the T-GT II for 3-4 months, it's wow, it's big difference. So anyway, let me know your guys' experience. If you guys use a T150, if you guys upgraded from a lower quality wheel to a high quality wheel, the biggest difference that you actually noticed going from one to the other, did it improve your driving? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, leave me all your comments below. Thumb it up, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. We out of here. Peace.